Hello, I'm Elizabeth Wartluft. I teach Argentine Tango and other dancing in Portland, Oregon. Today I'd like to do a short video about contrabody in the walk and exercises you can do to develop your contrabody. This is part of how your body balances your head on your feet while you're walking. It also uses the same muscles that you need to develop for pivoting or for twisting around yourself or rotating to lead things like ochos and turns. So it's really important for leaders and followers. It's also super important for general walking and body health. One of the best exercises for starting to get in touch with your obliques and feeling how you can use your contrabody in tango is to sit down so that you have your hips stabilized. You don't have to figure out how to keep your hips from moving while you move the center of your body. So sitting down, I'll show you from the side, sitting a little bit more forward than you're probably used to sitting, because a lot of us kind of slump in the back of a chair. So really up above your sit bones. Put your hands on your ribs, or if this is difficult for you or makes your shoulders come up, put your hands on your sternum. And feel your muscles right under your ribs. They attach right here. Feel your muscles as you twist. If nothing's happening there under your fingers, then you are cheating and you are not actually using your obliques to turn. So if you're watching yourself in a mirror, this is helpful too, because if you're moving your shoulders or your face, all of that feels like you're twisting, but you are not really twisting. So the twist goes through your center here. Find out how much twist you have to the right and left from neutral. So twist and go to neutral. Twist and go to neutral. If you're walking, you're only going to be using a small amount of that twist for your natural contrabody walk. If you're leading and you need to lead things like ochos or boleos or turns, you will have to use more of this twist. So calibrate your system, figure out how much twist you have, and then how little do you need to have a difference around your center so that you can walk more elegantly and with better balance. After you've practiced sitting on a chair and using your obliques and finding them, then it's time to figure out how to use them correctly while you're standing, since we stand up to dance tango. So what I'm going to use is a fit ball, any kind of squishy exercise ball. If you squeeze it between your thighs while you're moving, it helps stabilize your hips, it gets your core working a little bit better, and it allows you to practice turning while standing without your hips going with you. This is really important because if you are not twisting here, if you're twisting at your ankles and turning your hips, if you're leading, your partner knows you want them to go somewhere, but you're not helping them by giving them torque from your body. So hips staying steady, turning around the middle, this is what your partner can feel as torque to help in a turn, a boleo, an ocho, anything where the follower needs to rotate. So you're going to squeeze this exercise ball, and again, practice turning around your midline. I've noticed that a lot of my students really struggle with the idea of contrabody, even if they do it naturally when walking and don't think about it. Just the thought that in tango you have to be aware of what's happening and choose how you're moving makes some people's brains just go completely blank. So one way to practice contrabody and really know which body parts are working is, again, seated, taking one elbow and the opposite knee and having them, they don't have to touch, they just have to aim towards each other. But having opposite sides, it's this arm, your right leg, left arm. Right arm, left leg. Across, across, across. Then when you're moving, you can think about, okay, which were the two that were touching? They're the ones going towards each other. Which two are touching? They're the ones going towards each other. So my body is twisting towards, when I go forward, towards the step that I'm taking. My right foot is going forward, I'm twisting towards my right. If my left foot is going forward, I'm twisting towards my left. It's getting that used to that feeling of across, so that when you do something like this, which is not contrabody, you can really tell in your body that it felt different and probably you did the wrong side. that just getting ready and doing that also helps you find the contrabody and train that through your system. One of the ways that I learned how to use my contrabody correctly while walking in tango was to literally talk myself through using all the parts of my body, including my contrabody, as I took each step. So, I would think about starting on my midline, getting my weight on a foot, feeling how that adjusted in my hips, put my contrabody on top of that, so feeling how my upper body needed to twist to counteract changing onto one foot, and feeling that projection. So starting to push off, feel that contrabody, my body twisting to make up for the fact that I'm moving and I need to balance. Then as I finish a step, coming back to neutral. And I talked through that for myself on every step. So thinking about put your weight on one foot, adjust your hips, add the contrabody, start to push off. Contrabody, start to push off. Contrabody, start to push off, finish the step, come to neutral. Here's what it looks like from the side. Notice that for each step, I have a whole process of beginning to push off, creating my projection and moving. My contrabody has to happen before I move, not while I'm moving. So if I try to do contrabody while I'm moving, I have a tendency to turn my hip and to fall over slightly. If I do it one piece at a time, okay, my contrabody's ready, like a twist, a spiral around myself before I step, I don't have to use as much contrabody. I'm also a lot better on balance that way. So slow yourself down by talking yourself through it until your neural pathway is formed where you can do this move quickly. It's going to take a while. I use stretchy bands a lot in my exercise because they're a great audio-visual for helping yourself know if you're going in straight lines. They're also very cheap. So if you put one on the floor, what you can do is use this to make sure that you are not twisting your hips. If you twist your hips during contrabody, you will step off the line. If you're twisting your hips either way, that'll really show you. If I can keep my hips going straight ahead, then when I have my contrabody and my twist, as I step, I will still go in a straight line down the stretchy band. This is a great thing to just put down. If you have a mirror, you can put it down and watch yourself in the mirror. If you don't have a mirror, careful about not falling over, but your peripheral vision will still give you a good feeling of did you land there, or you can take a step and look down and see where you stepped. Take a step, look down and see if you landed in the right place. Walking backwards using contrabody is much more difficult than walking forwards using contrabody. We just spend a lot more time going forwards than backwards, so that makes a lot of sense. So if I'm standing on a leg, I'm going to twist towards my standing leg when I go backwards. It's still my front leg that I'm focusing on. When I travel forwards, my free leg is forward. When I'm traveling backwards, my support leg is forward. So I'm going to twist towards my support leg and step. And I'm showing it with my arms, not because you're going to move a lot in tango, but for a lot of people, doing a little extra contrabody on the top really helps you find it at the beginning, and then you can tone it down to get it where you can dance with the embrace without pulling your partner around. So think about twisting towards the foot you're on. So if I'm on my right, I twist towards my right, and I step. If I'm on my left, I twist towards my left, and I step. Get it to where you can do it at your speed. So you might have to think, okay, I'm standing on my right, so I have to twist to my right. I'm still on my right. That means my left foot's going to move, so I'm twisting my body away from that step. If you have to go through that in your head every step for a week or 2 weeks, it's going to kick in eventually and it will work. It will come faster that way than trying to speed the process up past the speed at which your brain can figure it out. Be very careful, especially going backwards, that you are not twisting your hips when you say twist. Because if you're twisting your hips, you don't end up going in a straight line, and that's when you get stepped on in the dance. So hips stay put, just like we did in the chair exercise, just as we did with the football exercise. Hips stay facing towards or away from, the direction you are stepping. So twist and go.